All right, bud.
All right, welcome to the Harding to Jones podcast. This is your host, Todd Harding. This is my co-host, Todd Jones. How are you,
Hello.
pal?
How's it going?
I'm good. I'm good. We're live today on YouTube, our YouTube channel. This is episode 3. So to all our listeners, definitely welcome back. This is a special episode of the podcast as I am currently in Madison, Wisconsin for the Penn State game, Jonesy. How about that one?
That's pretty crazy. I got that from you before, I was like, all right, he's living it up, man. Big
Yeah,
game, big game.
yeah, and as we speak, my cousin Rob Sirwanka is in the air right now, and he's coming in from the Denver airport into Madison to meet me, and we're gonna go together. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. So
Nice.
Long story short, my cousin Rob, he is a Penn State graduate. Actually, he went there. He graduated probably in the early '80s, maybe, or around that time. So he's actually alumni, and he's always been a big Penn State fan. So it kind of just happened out of the blue. You know what I mean? It's just like I said, hey, you want to come? He goes, yeah, I'll come. So
Is this his first time out that way?
yeah, he's never been to Wisconsin in his life, And
Oh, great. Awesome.
this guy served, I mean, he's great. He served in the U.S. Navy for many years. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like that was his career. He was like kind of like a Navy man. And then I think he was more of like a civilian after that, like a
All right.
civilian
Well,
contractor.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's definitely he's like a Uncle Tommy Russage kind of service,
Nice.
Like that really good service. You know what I mean? So the fact that he's like on the way in here is just, it just really makes my day because we're gonna have such a good weekend. You know what I mean? And I'm so pumped for it. I'm so pumped.
How's your weather out there? I mean, we have beautiful. This fall has probably been one of the top fall like autumns here in this area.
Dude, Wisconsin is fall on steroids versus Pennsylvania.
Weather-wise, we just had no rain. It's been awesome. Like it's been amazing temperatures for us. Luckily,
good. Yeah, and actually, the weather gods are looking out because tomorrow it's going to be like splash sun, high of 52, low of 34. So it's like basically the best football weather you can ask for. You know what I mean?
That's solid.
Yeah, so it's just really exciting. You know what I mean? It's just really, really exciting. So, I don't know how the game's going to go, but I really don't care. You know what I mean? Because I just want to hang out with my cousin.
Yeah, that's going to be a good time, and hopefully you come away with a win. I believe Penn State will be tested in the beginning, at least. They usually turn it on though at the second half. Penn State always seems like a second half they just kick it up a notch on their defense, then the offense kind of hits cruise control and does their thing.
No doubt. And right now they're ranked number 3 in the country. They're heavy favorites. So I am right now. Speaking of Friday night here, I'm confident, but I hope it doesn't turn out to be where they pull the upset and me and Robert, getting thrown, beer cans thrown at us. You know what I mean?
There's going to be blocks of cheese in there. Just grab a couple, use them.
That's so good, dude.
I think Penn State they'll do it. They might not cover the spread, but they'll do it.
Yeah. Oh, they definitely won't cover the spread. I mean, Penn State is notorious for not covering the spread. You know what I mean? Back when I used to place a couple small bets on them like years ago, like they would never cover those big spreads. Never. So if I was a bet man, I would take Wisconsin in the points. But who cares? Right. You know what I mean?
Right. You're not going against your team. You're just thinking smart.
Yeah. So, but if I'm going to pick them, Lions are obviously a huge favorite. So,
yeah,
that's why I feel very confident that we're going to have the W. You know what I mean? So, but if not, so what? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. You got some family coming out there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, it's just really exciting, Jonesy, because this is my first time to Madison. This is basically the only part of Wisconsin I haven't kind of explored yet. You know what I mean?
Cool.
I've been to other parts. I've been to, Milwaukee, the Northwoods. I've been to northeastern Wisconsin, Green Bay, Lambeau Field. But this is like on the bucket list, Todd, is Camp Randall Stadium. So
you're getting it out of the way pretty quick there. That's awesome. Now, what do they house there in that stadium? Do you know how many fans get in there?
How many fans? If I had a ballpark, it maybe around 75,000.
Okay, that's nice size. Yeah.
But like me and Rob went. We were like, I'm like, Rob, we're going to do this once. So we had the perfect seats, Jonesy. Basically, what we're going to be, we're right behind Penn State's bench, about 20 rows up on the 50-yard line.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So
And how do you get that to just purchase them? They were available?
Yeah. Oh
Nice.
yeah. It's year 2024, bud. You just go online and purchase them.
Yeah, I just didn't know how hard they'd be taken or how fast they'd, it's a big game coming to Wisconsin.
No. Oh, hey, it's the year. Like I said, it's the year 2024. You know, you just got to pay what the market price is. You know, so
why don't you go pay that market price for that World Series?
That's so good, dude.
That's on right now, I believe. I think. I don't know
Yeah. Is it? Yeah. Who's in it? I don't even know.
You got the two biggest markets in the nation. So if you don't know who's in it, I don't follow it really, but I know you got the Yankees and the Dodgers.
No, that was a joke, dude.
Okay. Okay. I haven't really followed it ever since my White Sox have got kicked out of the MLB.
Yeah, and actually, I did more research. That was the worst baseball team in history.
Oh, the White Sox?
Yeah, this year the 2024 White Sox were the worst baseball team in the history of Major League Baseball. Todd, it goes back over a century. Baseball.
That's bad. That's just kick him out. Just kick him out. Give him a year off.
But like the crazy part is like, remember back in 2005 when the White Sox were on top of the baseball world?
Guillen, buddy.
Yeah. What was the name of the manager again?
Ozzie Guillen.
Yeah, they're a long way away from those days.
Oh yeah, definitely. That was a good year for me. That was my Chicago year.
I remember. Yeah, I remember actually we were out together watching that World Series. You know what I mean? I remember being like at the bar, like just chilling, watching the game game whatever. So, but good times. But back to Madison. It's just like I'm really excited because everyone always says in the Big Ten, this is like the best for the bars. It's best for the experience in the whole Big Ten. Like before it expanded to the Super Big Ten, you know what I mean?
Right.
With the West Coast teams. So what I'm really excited about, Todd, is just seeing how the Wisconsin Badgers do it. Because I'm sure from what people at work are telling me, they do it right.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's, but you can only go by what people say. You have to actually experience it for yourself. So, it's just really exciting times, man. It's just a really exciting time for me. So I guess you had another good game as well. Did you attend a high school football game tonight?
Yeah, I was at back in our kind of old stomping ground area. Year old. We had the Lake Lehman Dallas rivalry match, the old shoe match.
Fantastic.
And it was actually a really great game. I mean, I've been going to the football games because my daughters are involved, and we're part of the school district here now, and really impressed with the amount of people that showed up to this game. I mean, I've been going to games and, the parking lot could be full. This parking lot was jammed. The other the elementary, it's kind of like a campus setting. So the elementary, there were so many cars there. The main road, like the high, it was just you couldn't move. There was cars everywhere. And there was a firework display in the beginning and at the end of this thing that would trump any firework display I've gone and seen, like for a 4th of July. It was pretty intense and a really good game. It didn't work out right for Lake Lehman.
Mm-hmm. What was the final score?
They missed a couple touchdowns, but they played tough and they played well. So I definitely picked their game up from what they were last year. Last year, I didn't think they were even going to, be where they're at today. So I'm proud of the way those boys played. It was a tough game. Anybody would tell you that they were watching it, but packed stadium. It was awesome to see that community coming together with Dallas and just people telling stories. I was meeting old football players I played with from GAR and it was pretty neat to see everybody there. Like just a lot of people from our area moved out this way. So it's neat to reminisce with them.
No doubt.
Great experience.
No doubt. Well, I'm glad to hear it was jam packed. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times in high school, you don't get a lot of fans, but the fact that it was jam packed and
jammed,
the fact that it was a competitive game, like those kids who played that game will remember that the rest of their lives.
Yeah, definitely.
Including our friend Sam Plummer.
His son's out there on the field, man.
Yeah. So, I'm sad to hear they lost, you know what I mean? But at least they're out there and they played well, you know what I mean? And they'll never forget that game because that's one of the old school rival games, you know what I mean? Like,
yes.
You know how long Lehman and Dallas have been playing each other?
That is an old game. That's an old time game, and you get to see a lot of old timers were there, man.
I'm sure they were.
It's just a little side note though. Just to give Lake Lehman my respect there. They got my girls soccer. She's playing tomorrow in the district championship. Well, not the championship, but the district playoffs start tomorrow. So she's got a game tomorrow. The boys district playoffs are going on. The girls are in junior high, or not junior high. The girls. field hockey teams in it. There are
Yeah.
girls volleyball teams in districts. I mean,
Yep.
Lake Lehman is doing very, very well with their sports.
That's
So
good.
give a shout out to them. They're doing awesome.
No doubt. No doubt. You know what I mean? And I'm sure your daughter's part of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah. So we're ready to go. We just won the conference championship. We had to go against Holy Redeemer, who is like their arch nemesis now. Like we lost them early on, beat them on we beat them in the last game of the season to tie the record. So we were both the best teams in the conference. And we had to go to a championship match then for a conference championship. Played in Wilkes-Barre Stadium, Wolfpack Stadium. First time all the kids got to go there. Crazy lights. They got the LED. That stadium's pumping. Pretty cool. They score a goal. The lights go off. They put all these colors on. It's pretty neat. Game starts off 2-0 right away. Within 4 minutes, Redeemer's up. I'm like, oh boy. Game goes on and on. We're up. We get up 3-2. They tie it up 3-3. 15 seconds left. We score 4-3. We win the conference championship.
Wow, that's outstanding, man. It
was really intense. I loved watching it. You know, it was pretty cool. So.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to Lake Lehman. You know what I mean?
Thanks,
congratulations. That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. And who do they beat?
They beat Holy Redeemer for the conference championship.
Yeah.
But that was just it's you know how it works out, Ding, is we got conference championships, but Redeemer's in a different division. So they're they drop down to 1A, they're up to 3A sometimes. This year they're in 1A, so they don't go into the district playoffs with us. Wyoming area is kind of like our mark that we have to get in the district playoffs. We beat them once, they beat us once, but now we're in playoff time. We play Nanacoke tomorrow in the first round.
Yeah, so the next mountain to climb, I guess, will be Wyoming area in the season.
Yeah, well, they'll probably see them at the end of our dance in this district playoffs.
Yeah, well, if you guys make it, no, I'm not I'm not going to predict the future, but if you already beat Redeemer, you could probably beat them. You know what I mean?
We beat them once. We beat them once before. We beat them at the end of the season, which is good. But they beat us in the beginning. We played Wyoming area twice. We beat them once at the end. So,
and
upward.
What was the result of those games?
They're all tight. They're like 3-2s, 4-3s. They're
competitive.
Tight. Yeah, very, very competitive.
Yeah, but hey, man, if they can win the type, that's a big thing. And your daughter will remember that the rest of her life. You know,
it's funny. I see old friends of ours that we graduated with. They are the competitors at the other schools. They're kids. It's pretty neat.
Yep. Yeah, that's great, man. Yeah, it's
it's fun time. Like you said, you're having a great time. You got family coming out. It is a great time to be alive and
no doubt
stuff and experience all this stuff. It's pretty neat.
Man. Yeah, that's great to hear, man. That's all great news. That's all great.
On my college football team, buddy, I got the biggest rivalry ever going on tomorrow. Nobody knows about anymore.
Is it Miami, Florida State, or
it's Miami, Florida State that nobody cares about anymore?
Oh, Miami's going to destroy them, and it's going to be such an embarrassment. Things are so bad in Tallahassee. There must be like the white flag is surrender. You know what I mean? It's so bad there.
It is bad, man. I heard last week the first 3 drives they had, they turned the ball over on each drive. So
no, Miami is going to
absolutely
destroy them.
I hope so. But as a fan, and you kind of know this feeling too, anytime you go up against this rivalry that has lasted so long, you're like, you still gotta go. Like, look, don't take them lightly. Let's do what we need to do and put them away.
Yeah. I agree.
Don't let them breathe.
I agree. You know what I mean? And that's how rival games go. But this is not the early 90s. Miami, I think, just has better weapons. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that quarterback's like he's real close to the lead for that Heisman.
Yeah. And what Miami's doing is they're winning the tight games this year. You know what I mean? Like a championship team has to win those tight games. Like anyone could blow out these terrible college football teams by 40 points. But the fact that Miami is winning in the last minute and there's controversial calls by the refs, it's just great for Miami. You know what I mean? It's better for their brand, and it's going to be better for their recruiting.
Yeah, a lot of eyes on them, right?
Oh yeah, they're back at the top of the college football world.
Yeah, they're number 6 right now.
Yep. And the college football world is better when Miami is good. It's better when Miami is good.
I'm so enjoying college football this year, and last week was a great game against Louisville, and they said the third quarter of that game was the most insane, one of the most insane quarters. There was kickoff returns, defensive touchdowns, and 3 bomb touchdowns for both teams. It was insane. It was pretty crazy. I enjoyed watching it. I'm enjoying watching Miami. Very exciting team to watch. And I talked to a lot of my Penn State friends, and I said, you know what? Maybe we'll see each other in the playoffs.
Well, that's the goal of the podcast, Todd. You know what I mean? For a future episode of the podcast.
Yeah, right.
Because if that happens, we're going to be spending 45 minutes previewing that game and only.
Oh
that
yeah. I'm hoping I'm definitely rooting for Penn State this week, and because you have a big, I don't want to look forward as a too much, but they have Ohio State's coming to town.
Yeah, well, they have a long road ahead, obviously. You know what I mean? And it's just one game at a time. That's all you can do.
Yeah. I do
Because-
want to see them undefeated going with Ohio State coming into Beaver Stadium.
Yeah, and I'm sure the fans do. There'll be a huge night for State College, and it'll be rocking because
That's an early one, buddy. That they're putting that as an early one. So that's a nooner.
Oh,
That's 11 o'clock for you, buddy.
They'll be rocking. They'll still be rocking.
Yeah,
It's starting at noon that game. So
yeah. Which I was like,
it'll still be rocking. It just won't be as crazy as it would be at 8.
Yeah, it'll be crazier later in the Happy Valley. Hopefully. But should be a good game. You back, buddy?
Yeah, sorry about that. I got disconnected.
Right. Our live feed gets it, but our podcast will sound much cleaner than that. No,
yes. I apologize.
Stupid Wi-Fi in your hotel. No,
okay. Yeah. The Wi-Fi is not that good here.
So, but yeah, we're looking forward to that. So your Vikings slipped up on the Rams there. I thought they would have had that one.
Yeah. But I was in Lambeau Field for.
I meant to bring that up before. I kind of got distracted a little bit. I saw the photos online, some of the social media. It looked like you guys had a beautiful day. It looked like the sun was shining.
Yeah, it was great. And the Packers finally found their kicker. You know what I mean? Because they've been struggling with kickers that can't make field goals. So they finally found some guy off the street. I forget his name, but he made 2 game-winning field goals because they iced him. You know what I mean? At the last minute. Basically the kicker went up and they iced him. You know what I mean? He made it. Then he went up again. Boop, game over. Everyone's like going crazy. You know what I mean? And the kid behind me was like maybe around 7 years old. He had a big smile on his face. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Giving high fives. It was just a great time.
Packers are strong right now. They I didn't think they'd be this strong going into the season, but that NFC North overall is like that might be that's probably the top division in at least the NFC.
Oh, it's the best division in the NFL right now, and that's a fact. They're all good as of right now.
Yes.
Yeah. I heard some crazy stat that it's as of right now, it's the best division in NFL history as of right now.
It's pumping, man. The stats that they're kicking out, like the teams are just doing tremendous. They're really good. My Bears have a challenge. They got the Commanders almost to the Redskins there.
Yeah.
So which is strange, like how many Commander or Redskins fans when we were in high school we have that are surrounded us. Like we had so many friends that were Redskins fans.
Well, I still call them the Redskins. I mean, I refuse to call them the Commanders. I refuse.
It's in our blood to call them Redskins, and
yes. I'm sorry it's not PC, but they were called the Redskins for how many years? Just because they're called the Commanders now, to me, they're still the Redskins. And they're the other surprise team right now in the NFL because no one predicted them to be where they are.
They are putting up points.
Oh, my God, yeah. They're
a
fantastic NFL team right
Jaden Daniels is my fantasy quarterback. I'm just, going against the Bears. I'm like, okay, you could be hurt maybe, but I want you to do well. But he got hurt.
But the Bears are a force right now, Todd. I mean, they've been the bottom of the NFL for so long.
Yeah,
but not this year. Not this year.
No, they're doing well. That they're Caleb Williams. He's coming on, man. The rookie first round pick. He's playing very well. He had 4 touchdowns last week.
Mm-hmm.
So their offense is catching up. Their defense has been stable. Their defense is a top 10 defense right now. So their defense has played well, but their offense is now catching up. They have some pretty good playmakers on that team. Hopefully they can pull it out.
Yeah, no doubt. You know
what's funny? These teams in the North they haven't even played the North yet.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, there's so much football to go.
Yeah.
I mean, but as of right now, it's the best division in the NFL. And that's the fact because I think they're all 4-2. So it's just phenomenal, and I just love it because like living in Wisconsin now, I get all like the regional coverage are all the like the North teams. Like I don't have to deal with like crappy regional coverage. You see, like back in Pennsylvania, you get like the Giants, terrible. You get like the Eagles, terrible. You know what I mean? Like here, you
The
get
Jets ain't too good either, buddy.
yeah, the Jets. It's just like all these teams I don't want to watch, but they throw it on there because it's that's just where you live. But here you get all the Midwest. All the NFC North games, they're all on. They're all on your you can get them on your bunny ears for free.
I'm gonna have to reroute my VPN to Wisconsin.
It's so funny. It's so funny. But yeah, it's like a given because like the Packers are definitely on like the CBS or Fox game, and then if they're not on, then definitely another NFC like North team is on. You know what I mean?
Bears, Detroit, right.
Yeah. Like the Bears. Yeah, the Bears are always on.
Nice.
Always. It's so great. You know what I mean? Because it's just all by default. You know what I mean? It's just like no more Jets. Who fired they already fired their coach. It's only week 7.
Yeah, right.
It's pathetic. And you know who picked up their coach, Jonesy?
No.
The Green Bay Packers. He's already on their staff.
Oh my God. And he'll do well there.
That's why the Jets are the Jets. You know what I mean? Because it's week 6. They basically what they did, they pushed the panic button way too early, like they always do, because they're the New York Jets and they're terrible. Yep. And what does the good organization do? Like the Packers, they immediately put him on their staff. They probably gave him some title like assistant to the assistant, but like screw this guy's the head coach. Come join us. We want to win now.
I wasn't aware of that, but wow, good for him. And The Green Bay will do right with him. Green Bay knows what to do. They know what to do when they get Bears players that the Bears let go of too.
There's a reason why the Green Bay Packers are the Green Bay Packers. You know what I mean? And I keep telling it to people at work. From like an outsider's point of view, I'm like, basically, the NFL trophy is called Vince Lombardi's trophy for a reason. You know what I mean? They have 4 Super Bowls, but they have their original NFL team, Todd. So they started in 1919. They have a total. If you want to go back to then, they won like NFL championships. Like I think the number's like 13 or 14.
Yeah.
So every 10 years, they're raising the trophy here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just the culture of winning is what it is. You know what I mean? And the proof is in the pudding. You know what I mean? The trophy's named after one of their legendary coaches. So, I keep telling people at work and they always see big smiles on their faces, you know what I mean? Because it's true, man. It's true. You know what I mean? Like
I was on just doing nonsense scrolling through social media today, and I a lot of sports things that pop up, and one was like a time lapse, and it shows like it just keeps going through the very beginning of the years of the rivalry of the Bears and the Packers. And you just see like it just has it by year: win Bears, win Bears, win Bears, Packers, win Packers, win. It just goes on. You see like unfortunately. Yes. My early childhood was okay with the Bears, but then as the 90s caught up, the Bears started to get slaughtered by the Packers. You just see like this 10-year span of Packers. And like the Bears had them by wins, and the Packers overcame them in the last 15 years.
And now I'll tell you what, Todd. Now that I live here, it's a serious arch rivalry between the Packers and the Bears. It's a serious
the oldest rivalry. What rivalry tops that rivalry?
I think it has to be the oldest. Like I don't have the number on my head, but they're both original NFL teams. So
yeah.
They play each other every year, so there's just I would need the actual numbers, but there probably isn't a bigger rival. And they all say, because I asked all Packer fans like, what's the rival? They go the Bears. Like it's said immediately by them all.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Everybody knows the Bears Packers. And next time we get on here, buddy, I'll try to find those stats and throw those out for us.
Yeah, no worries. But what you would love the most about like the away Bear fans at Lambeau, Todd, is that there's so many guys that actually look like those guys from the SNL skit. There's so many guys who actually look like that, and they're actually eating sausages, and they're actually drinking beer. It's so hilarious, dude.
So that stereotype is no joke then.
And you go up to and they're so friendly. You just go, "Da Bears!" And they go, "Da Bears!" They give you a high five.
I would hope worldwide that the Bears fans seem like a good group of guys. They're not like, what I mean?
Dude, they're great, dude. They're great. They're great fans. You know what I mean? And what's different about because I've been to Eagles games. Eagles aren't too friendly to the away fans.
No,
In
they are
Green
not.
Bay, it's a complete opposite. You know, you're not harassed at all, and they have very strict rules because if they catch you harassing the away fan, they'll take away your tickets if you're a season ticket holder.
Wow.
They'll take them away.
That's a good thing. You want to be in a place where it's fun. You know what? The last time I was at a game was the Pittsburgh Bears game. I went to Pittsburgh, and the Pittsburgh fans, I have to say, were very good to me. And the Bears won that game.
Yeah.
So I went with a bunch of Pittsburgh fans. They had all the jerseys on. I had the Bears jersey, and it was busting chops, good stuff, good laughs, but very good. I said, not my life would I wear a Bears jersey to an Eagles game.
And even better here for like youth sports here, because my son's starting to play hockey, Todd, is that here in Wisconsin, like there's zero tolerance for parents acting rowdy. Like they have these zero tolerance policies.
Nice.
Like if you're, and it's right because they're kids. You know what I mean?
Yes.
If you try to treat a youth game like an actual NHL game, where it's a professional sport and you get on rowdy, they'll throw you out and you're gone and you're not coming back.
I agree with 100%. I can't stand it's obnoxious. It's so stupid. It's like these are kids trying to learn the game, and whether or not you like the coach or the official that's out there, those guys are out there doing it. If you wanted to do it, get out there and do it.
Exactly, no doubt. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I'm very new to youth sports here. You know what I mean? But like I said, he's like my son's 5 years old. He's just learning how to skate. You know what I mean? But they have signs everywhere: zero tolerance, zero tolerance, zero tolerance, because they just don't want any negativity at all with the kids, and I think it's phenomenal.
Yeah, you need that because I see some. I don't see it all the time, but I hear enough about the craziness in youth sports with parents going ballistic.
Yes, they're out of hand. You know what I mean? Because they all think their kids going to the NFL. It's just like they're not.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They're not.
Yeah. You should say hand out tickets, and here's the percentage of kids that will go to the NFL.
Yes.
You're going against a population of whatever, so many millions.
You might as well go buy a Powerball ticket. You know what I mean? You're not going to win. You're not going to win. You know what I mean? So it's like I said, I'm still new to it. You know what I mean? And like hockey's very popular here, so I want to get my son William good at it when he's young. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Hey, you got to talk to our boy there, the Iceman Hansen, because he's been living through that since day one with his kids.
Yeah, no doubt. So I'm following his lead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
ask him for some tips, man. He'll let you know because they're still doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. And the best part is hockey's like a varsity sport here. You know what I mean? So it's like free of charge, and they provide you all the equipment.
It's your culture out there, man.
Yeah. Basically for this youth sports, for example, it cost me $0.00 to enroll them.
That's
they're teaching my kid how to skate for free. They provided all the equipment.
Wow.
Which is not cheap.
Not the story here. You may be taking out a partial house loan or home equity loan for your kid to play hockey here.
Yes, and the best part is it's like a varsity sport here, and people, because the winters are so cold here when all the lakes freeze. Pond hockey. It's like the pond hockey capital of the world. Like people from all around the world come here for pond hockey.
Make sure you capture some videos of the little man doing that, because that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we'll do. He has to get good for it. He's still learning how to skate.
Yeah, that's all.
But he's out there in full hockey gear. You know what I mean? It's just really good. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I remember your team back in the day when you used to play some Blades of Steel, buddy. The old NHL's games for the first ones. You were the Hartford Whalers, man.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. One of the best Sega games had to be that NHL 94, though. Do you remember that game?
Oh, NHL 94. That was you could throw down and fight it, right?
Yes.
I remember that game.
Yes. I think NHL 94 for Sega was definitely the best hockey video game, probably ever. You know what I mean? I think it's still the best ever,
Yep. Those games are awesome.
Yeah. And that's why I became a Whalers fan in those days. They're now defunct now. They moved to they're now the Carolina Hurricanes. But
right. They're gone. Yep.
I just liked them because they were just this tough team from Connecticut. You know what I mean? That nobody knows of. And I used to be so dominant with them.
Yeah. We're down the basement getting beat.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Definitely a lot of hilarious times playing video games, but
oh yeah, video games are great.
Yep, no doubt. All right, so how much time are we at now, pal?
We are running at about 30 minutes right now. I mean, we got a couple more minutes here on the clock. So
Okay. All right. Well, I should probably about round it out because I think my cousin's flight's coming in soon. So,
Oh, nice. Well, hey,
yeah.
listen,
But
enjoy
no,
that,
no,
man. We'll be
no.
back.
I'm only 10 minutes from the airport, so it's all good, man. It's all good.
Awesome. Well,
I'm only
enjoy
10 minutes
the
from
game
the
tomorrow.
airport. So.
I'll be sending some text your way as I see the game progressing. It's a late one here, 7:30 here. So you wait.
Yeah.
Are you an hour behind?
So
6:30 or 2 hours? I forget.
yeah. Just to wrap it up, it's a 7:30 start. It's on NBC national TV. You know what I mean? Todd Blackledge.
Oh yeah,
Penn State man. He's calling the call. So all our listeners, all our fans, you got to watch it because Todd Hardy and Rob Sawanka will be in the stands rooting on the Nittany Lions. So
and I'll be looking. You said 20-yard line, right?
50-yard line. We'll be right
50-yard
line right behind the Lions bench, the Nittany Lions bench.
I gotta watch. I'm gonna be watching for you.
Yeah, so we appreciate it. You know what I mean? So thanks for podcasting with me tonight, Todd. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, man.
Yeah, hey, catch us on Spotify, Apple. Watch us live on YouTube. We'll try to get that out more on Facebook. Maybe I'll work with you. It's we can post that. Hey, we're going live tonight and something like that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
All right.
Can you do that for me? Would you mind?
Yeah, I'll do. Any more when we post when we're getting ready to go live. I'll put it out on there so people know that hey, we're going live.
Yeah. So that'd be great. So
still waiting for Frank Brown to get on here.
I know. I'm trying to get him on. Frank, this is a call out. We want you. We want you on this podcast. We want you on this podcast.
We'll end it on the podcast station, Spotify, Amazon, and Apple with a little underground hip hop, buddy.
No doubt. I know. Little St. Francis, Yep. Makes you Patriots.
Yeah. I can't put it on there for real, though, because I'll get copyrighted and get knocked offline.
We'll be sued.
All right, buddy. Hey,
and the podcast will be done. No. I'm only kidding. All right, man. All right. You have a great night. And until episode 4.
You got it, man. Same. Later.